Yeah, for some reason my mic wasn't working. What's good, stream? We are back playing on NoPixel Green Public. This is Marcus Sweeney. Once again, as prior streams, this is mostly just to do. Um, Obviously, I have not streamed in a couple weeks. And a lot has happened. I've continued to play. I just really haven't felt like streaming. And I've been playing actually most of today and hadn't really felt like streaming. But the last little bit, I found myself talking to myself a lot, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well just be monologuing to stream. So, let's see, updates. Kind of a lot of stuff, really. A lot of stuff has been developing for Marcus. He's been exploring some more crime. He's been getting into doing moonshine down in the sewers, which has been fun. He's got a gun and access to buy sewer guns now. He didn't actually buy this one. It was given to him by somebody, along with the mags, which are about to go bad. But he actually has the ability to buy them now. So, just like that, we're getting a phone call. It's good, bruh.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing all right. Chilling, grilling. What you up to?
Nothing much. Met a few people, all group six. It's more efficient when you got multiple people doing it, right?
Yeah, it depends on the job sometimes. Group six,
Mm.
obviously, like just being able to like move the bags faster.
Yeah.
Um, for like your drop off is huge.
hmm
And then when you get like the higher tier jobs, you're moving a lot more bags at one time. So then it's like super useful then too.
It, I s yeah. Continue. Reason.
Yeah,
Sorry, Marcus.
you're breaking up like crazy, bro.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're super loud and also like feel like you're
Oh, am I? Sorry. I'm not too sure whether it's. Let me tone it down. Hold on 1 second.
yeah, yeah. Feels like the power of your voice is gonna explode your voice box.
What about now?
Um, it's about the same, but I
Wait,
it might be worse on the phone. I don't know.
might be. Wait, 1 sec.
Actually, I mean, the more you talk, it did sound better.
Oh, it's definitely worse on the phone. It's definitely worse on the phone. Because I was talking to one of the friends I made at Group Six. Her name is Sarah, and like when I'm right next to her, it's way quieter than when I'm on the phone, and I'm literally right next to her. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But yeah,
Okay. That's
uh,
cool.
I was gonna say, what have you been up to?
I've been around. I've been around like all day, so I've been up to like a whole bunch of shit. I actually just I signed into Toe just because I was like feeling bored, wanted to do something
Mm,
different from what I've been doing all day, and
yeah,
yeah, so I was gonna do that for a little bit.
I was gonna say I ran into something new today. If I can remember the name, it's basically where you're gonna know exactly what I mean, most likely, but it's where the chop shop. That's what it is. That's what it's called. The chop guy, rather.
Yeah,
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if that's good money or not, but I
Doing
saw
chop.
that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I haven't done that specifically. So,
You heard anything about?
I know that you need a device to do it to like steal the key frequency. Um,
Yeah, that's an issue I had. We couldn't do the job because you need crypto to buy it or something. The cryptocurrency. I don't know how you get that.
yeah. The bet. Yeah, that's what we That's what we get from doing the boosting we were doing last time.
Yeah, yeah. I put that together, but I don't know. Can you actually buy it? Like, you can buy it off of people only, or is there somewhere you can buy it from?
No, you gotta either you gotta earn it by doing jobs that give it to you, or buying it from people directly.
Okay, and where do these people sell it to? Like, okay, let's say I buy it off someone. Where would it appear at my phone or?
Yeah, so if you look on your phone, there's a stocks
Yeah,
app.
yeah,
If you go into that at the bottom of the stocks app, there's like a couple different symbols. The one on the right, like, kind of looks like some coins.
yeah. That's what I was
Yeah, so
thinking. But
then you scroll all the way down on that menu,
oh,
and there's one
better
for yeah.
pharmaceuticals.
Click on that, tap on that, and then you should see like under that it'll say like how much bet, which I assume you probably have none.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How much does one usually go for?
So it fluctuates day to day, and also like the person that you're talking to. Like probably the average is like 275 per bet. Um,
Hmm.
so you
Okay.
see some people sell it for 280. Some people
Yeah.
will like try to force you to sell it at like 250, 260. Usually, like people put it
Hmm.
in their lemon list ads, or they'll throw it out on Twitter if they're buying or selling. Like most people,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
twat out say you're selling bet, like you pretty much immediately start getting calls,
Yeah.
because people fucking need that shit for lots of different
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. What about okay, so I know about roof running, car boosting obviously, but those two I only know. I think I know the location of roof running now. I know the location of the chop shop. So all those need like some sort of investment to start, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
roof running. You need the screwdriver. That's just gonna cost you $1,000.
and what is it? Is it decent pay? What is it like?
So each HVAC unit that you steal sells for about 300 rolled. Then you gotta wash it, and
300 rolls?
yeah. So rolled, like, when
Yeah.
you do crime jobs, sometimes like they like roll the money up into like these little like
Yeah.
yeah, like little rubber band rolls. So
Yeah.
um, when you some jobs typically, like, if you sell stuff through a fence, they're usually going to pay you in there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's stuff that you have to wash and then launder. So there's like a little bit of extra. So like that, the thing with roof running is
Yeah.
it's it's really not profitable unless you're until you get like halfway decent at it, which isn't like a
Yeah.
rep thing. It's like getting decent at the puzzle or the hack.
Ah, okay. So do
Yeah.
people use it as a sort of practice?
Well,
Or
no, not that it's practice, just that, like, so when you get assigned a job for roof running, right? You get sent to like either a single rooftop, or like some of them are
mm,
like an area of rooftops.
yeah.
And it's usually either 9 or 11 HVAC units that you can steal in
Yeah.
total. But if you set the alarm off twice, you end the job. Or obviously sometimes, like,
Uh-huh.
if the police show up, you might have to bail. So you unless you're like real fucking good at it, which some people are, like even me. Like, I mean, I sucked at it to start. Like, I do okay. Like, but even I usually only, like, on my best runs, get like half of them right now.
Mm.
I'm trying to get better at it. Like, I've been practicing a bunch, but because of the investment, like, of the screwdriver and whatever, like, you gotta,
Yeah.
like, at least be like making your money back on that. Especially because not only, like, do you only get $300 per, but it's also, you got to go through
Yeah.
two steps of cleaning the money. So it's
You could
time.
either sell the money too. Do people buy the rolls?
Yeah, I've seen people. I don't see it a lot, but I have seen people advertise that. Um, people who have a pipeline for washing, cleaning. I mean, I got some washing machines in my apartment to get some of it
Yeah.
done, but like even with the machines that I got, they only clean like 200 an hour.
Oh
So
wow,
like,
that's nothing.
yeah, so like it takes a while, and I don't even remember what I spent on the washing machines. I probably haven't even made my money back on what I sold of them,
Yeah.
and I still haven't laundered the money. I still got a stack of wash
Mm.
cash. I gotta do Goober to clean it, but I haven't done that. At some
Yeah.
point I will.
It's kind of funny you say that because I actually just met someone today named Goober. But yeah, anyway, um, I was gonna say, um, okay, the screwdrivers for the roof running, just an example. Does that break?
Yeah, it disintegrates a little bit by using it. It also rusts over
Mm,
time, and
yikes!
it rusts pretty fucking fast, honestly.
Damn, that's the
Yeah,
return on investment on that is not great then.
yeah, you gotta like, you know, 'cause and you only get so many jobs like that. They don't pop that super often, so like you gotta like
Uh
stay
huh.
signed in. Like you usually, I found a lot of times like after you sign in for the first time, you usually get one pretty soon after. But then like you're waiting a long time for the second one, which means like you gotta stay signed in, which means you can't do other jobs. Um,
Yeah.
so like for it to really be profitable, I feel like you'd have to like focus on it. Um,
Yeah.
honestly, like right now, I'm kind of just doing it here and there for fun. But I mean, and it's also it is also risky because
Yeah.
if you set the alarm off, like I've had cops show up a couple of times and I've managed to like sneak away every time. But
Yeah.
you could easily get fucked if you set the alarms off and like there happen to be cops close by and like
Yeah,
you're
for
on a
sure.
rooftop with a big ass fucking machine in your hands, so it's like, you know, it's pretty fucking
Yeah.
obvious what you're doing if they see you. So and then it's like, well, then what do? You know, either you just give it up,
Yeah.
which I was talking to somebody today who got busted doing roof running. I'm not sure if the roof running itself was the felony or maybe she had a gun on her. I'm not sure, but she said that she got a felony from it. Um, so, and
Mm.
you know, I always,
Okay.
I always got that thing on me. So, if I was to get,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
busted for it, then it's like, there goes my first felony, which is like whatever. Like if it happens, it happens. But
Okay. Okay. So from the sound of it, it's only really boosting that like guaranteed profit as long as you do the basics, right? Like it's really good money, right? From what I
uh,
could see, at least, it's pretty
yeah,
decently.
yeah, boosting is definitely is very good money, but it's limited. You know, you can only do so many in an hour. Um,
Do three? Was it?
Yeah, you can do three of the C's, and then I think the higher level ones you can only do like maybe like one. I think even like the higher level ones you can only do like one a day and shit. But and those have like
Oh.
crazy heat on them.
Hmm.
The higher
So
level
okay,
ones you
you
got to
said,
do like hacks and stuff.
and you said how much bet does it give you per
A C level boost at max gives you 130 bet. Um,
130 bet
but if you
times, let's
fuck the
say,
vehicle up, you lose
yeah,
some on the return. So, but it's also
that's like third.
it's 50 bet to buy the contract initially. So at best you're
Oh,
profiting 80 bet.
hmm. I mean, still pretty good, but
Oh
I
yeah,
also have to
no,
factor in the
it's
lockpick.
yeah, yeah, and that's true too. Yeah, and those will
Oh
typically run
man,
you 4K a piece. Yeah,
why are they so rare? Why are they so hard to get? It's
because
so
they're
strange.
so they're a bitch to. So there's two different types of lockpicks.
Mm,
There's the tower lockpicks, which you get for
mm,
being a high level tow person, which takes a long time apparently.
mm,
So like that's why like I'm doing tow right now, or like I do tow sometimes because
mm.
like maybe one day. But when you get to that, the guy will only sell you one tower's lockpick per storm.
Yeah,
And they're the better version of them. Like those are good lockpicks, but yeah, like they're limited in that capacity.
yeah,
The
yeah.
but it also being a high level tow guy also gives you the possibility of being able to buy a lockpick blueprint,
Mm,
which allows you to with materials craft the shittier lockpicks, which then you can just like pump them out. The problem is
the material.
the boss only allows so many blueprints to be in circulation at one time, and
Oh,
they last a pretty
okay.
long time. I think I've heard it's literally three. I think there can be three blueprints out at any one time.
Oh wow, that's rough.
Yes, yeah. So and nobody really knows like when new ones are gonna pop up. You know, like so like there's people I bet
Yeah,
who check all the time. But I met I have the same person we bought from before.
yeah.
I found out that she's got or they have a blueprint. So, and they've been good. I
Okay.
bought 10 from her today. So
Mm.
I'm waiting for.
Okay.
I was waiting for Jake to wake up, but really just yeah, I just just need two people. So we could
Okay.
we could run some if you want. And I could throw you some bet.
I'd be down. I'd be down, but I'm with a friend right now. But I'd love to otherwise. I was just gonna say, okay, wait. So with all this being said, so you've never tried what was it, Chop Shop ever?
No, no, I haven't done it.
Ever heard anything about it? Like how well it pays? Because it is an investment either way. Like I've been thinking about it, but it is 50 bet to even get the scanner. So and
Yeah, I don't like payout wise and whatever. Like um, I think you sell the parts through the same fence or
mm-hmm,
one of the two fences that I know about.
mm-hmm,
But I don't know what the return is, or how difficult the
mm,
job is, or what the heat on it is like. And as far as I know, Jake hasn't done it either. So, um,
okay.
yeah, I don't really know. It's definitely something, like I mean, I'm down to try like pretty much anything, but
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's definitely something that yeah, if I was gonna do, I'd probably talk to a couple people because, like like I said, I'm not the day. It's inevitable that the day comes that I go to jail fucking around with this stuff, but I
Yeah.
also like I don't want to just like fucking walk myself into a jail cell like an idiot, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
So it's something like I'd want to probably talk to a couple people and get an idea of like what not only like what the heat level is like on it, but also are there ways to try to like minimize that heat and
Yeah.
whatever. Like I don't like to how do I say? I don't like to do things in shitty ways to negate the
Yeah.
potential of heat, if you get what I'm saying. Like there are
Yeah.
some
Yeah. Yeah.
there are some ways that people do jobs that I find distasteful.
Scummy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Don't
ain't
give the cops a chance.
right. I ain't about that life, but like I'm also not about like Jake sometimes
Getting
is.
caught.
Yeah, like Jake sometimes is like super loose about that shit. He's like, "Oh, let's just like go
Uh,
do this shit and like whatever. Like we get arrested, it's whatever." Like, well, yeah, well, bro, you've been arrested. I haven't. Like I ain't
yeah.
trying to just burn that shit for nothing. Not that I've been doing a lot of G6 anyway, because I'm fucking sick of it. But um, you know, I spent a lot of time building up some reps, so I'd like to. I'd like to see the tier 2 contract actually appear in my tablet before I lose it, but whatever. If it happens, it
Yeah.
happens.
All right, man. Hey, look, I might catch up with you later in a bit. So right now we're gonna figure out what to do from here, because other way I'm probably not gonna be in city for too long. But if
All right.
I'm still in, I'll still give you a shout. All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably going to be around for like all night, so yeah, let me know.
Okay. Okay, for sure, for sure. All right, I'll catch you later. All right.
All right. Peace, brother.
Hey, peace.
Okay. That was a long conversation. So that's another guy that I ran into who's new. He actually in character speak told me that he had been in this. He had been on NoPixel prior to the 4.0 that came out like a year and a half ago. So I guess he played 3.0 or whatever, but I don't know shit about 3.0. I didn't even like know anything about NoPixel until I started watching 4.0. So, but he hasn't been in this city. At least his character hasn't. But I got the feeling that he was saying OOC that he hasn't been in this city at all during 4.0. So, but I was kind of hoping that he like called me earlier and then hung up, and I was like, yeah, I'll call you back because I was actually about to. I had to relog because my mic wasn't working in game, which has happened a couple times today. I don't know what the issue is with that. I mean, like I know my computer, my power went out because it was a crazy storm earlier. So I have noticed that for some reason my computer doesn't recognize my microphone after it reboots. I just have to unplug it and plug it back in, which yeah, so I found that happened sometimes, where, yeah, so like my computer doesn't see my microphone, so obviously GTA doesn't see the microphone. And but it was weird because my computer didn't reset again, and I played for a while and people already heard me, and it was fine. And then when the server reset happened at 3, I took a break for a while because I wasn't feeling that great. I got on a couple hours later. My computer hadn't rebooted, but it had, for some reason, once again, wasn't seeing my microphone, so I had to drop out and drop back in. So then I got back on. I tried to call him back. He was on the phone. And then he texted me like an hour and a half later and was like, "Did you ever call me back?" I was like, "You're on the phone, bro." And then like an hour later now, just he called me, but just to ask questions and not to hang out and do shit. Which is whatever. I mean, like it would be cool to get a couple of boosts down myself before Jake comes around, because just more bet is more bet, and especially like, grabbing a new guy like that who doesn't really know shit that well, and doesn't have a chip to like join the job and whatever. Whatever. I could toss him like a little bit of bet, but I wouldn't like split that shit 50-50. Jake and I are fair and split that shit up even, but and speaking of Jake, that has been probably the most interesting development with Marcus, is that Jake, who was already part of a gang, he had kind of floated the idea a few times of Marcus joining the gang that he's in, which I didn't say yes to, or Marcus didn't say yes to, but he said like he wasn't opposed to the idea, but just that he wasn't gonna like say like, yeah, absolutely, I want to join this gang. Like I would, have to. Marcus would have to like get to know people. Like he's just not gonna run. He's just not gonna run head first into something like that. Kind of like how Jake did. And sure enough, even the last time that Jake asked Marcus about joining the gang, he had told him that he wasn't really that he didn't really fuck with the gang anymore. I guess there was some drama with I don't know what like their leadership is like. It feels like they have like multiple leaders or whatever, but there was some drama and a house heist and like a whole bunch of shit. So so he wants to leave the gang, and supposedly that's going to potentially happen today. Apparently there was going to be a meeting with all of his remaining gang members, and it's not just him. It sounds like several other people are pretty out on the whole thing. After whatever shit went down, whatever toxic drama shit. So he basically said like it was going to be a kind of like a come to Jesus meeting for the gang to see like, are they going to fix it, or certain people are going to walk away. That he was leaning pretty hard on the idea he was probably going to walk away. And provided that does happen, he keeps talking about wanting to start his own gang, which is like a big, like a tall idea, or like a big dream. I mean, that's like it's not easy to just do. Not only just the retention and like doing it, but like getting turf and like all that stuff is like all stuff that Like, I kind of know how it works from watching 4.0, although there's a lot of, like, you know, I try really hard to not use my knowledge of watching stuff to influence Marcus, because Marcus shouldn't really know. But it's actually been so long since any of the people that I watch were actually like building. Let's get something far. We're actually building their gang. Like they've all been. Everybody that I watch on the Crim side has been an established gang for over a year now. So I honestly kind of forget how a lot of the like getting the turf and getting the satellite dish and the HQ and the computer and all that stuff. I honestly don't really remember how that all works. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Mostly just by talking to people, which is fine. And Jake is also well. So okay, so the cool thing that kind of happened with it is like Jake's kind of been floating this idea to Marcus a bunch, and Marcus kind of hasn't been against the idea, but has kind of turn it off. Let's take a look at the. Let's take a look under the hood real quick. I just want to see how fucked up is this thing. Ew. Yeah, we should get this fixed. None of the mechanics that I know are on the lemon list, so I mean, it's not turning off that much, so we'll probably just wait for now. There's a couple of mechanics that call himself Manic Mechanics. There's two of them, two Oibros. They've helped me out a couple of times, and they'll meet you anywhere. Like they seem to be like. Then they got good prices. Like they charge the standard rate, and they'll meet you anywhere. And then they've been super good to Marcus, and have actually been like pretty good to talk to. That we get along pretty well. So I'm trying to like use them for all my repairs, because I also usually flip them a little bit extra too, because they're good dudes. Sometimes mechanics can be a little bit annoying. Like most of them will come do the work for you, but it's like they make you feel like you're like interrupting their day. Oh, somebody else did. Finish. I don't even see anybody over there. Bro. Fucking locals. I wonder if this guy head popped. I didn't tell. I see the local, but I don't see anybody else. Well, that's good. I don't have to try to get around whoever's tow truck this is to do this. Of course, I only bought 2 tires because it's like every fucking time that I do tow, I buy like 4 or 5 tires, and then nobody needs tire replacements, and they end up going bad. Which they're cheap as shit, but like it's just annoying. So I only bought 2 this time, and of course, my first 2 jobs they need tires, which means I gotta go back to the city and buy tires now because chances are the next one at this rate will need a fucking tire. And oh, oops. Took the tire off, didn't put a new one on. And I think that abandoning jobs hurts your rep a little bit, so definitely want to avoid that. Especially because I mean I think it's a pretty steep climb to get to where you can buy the tower lockpicks. I've heard numbers like 1,000 jobs to get there, and that's a lot. Now people throw a lot of numbers around, so you know I never know for sure like what's actually true, but there are very few people that have the ability to buy the tower lockpicks. So it does seem like not many people have that shit unlocked. Most people just do. You don't have to do too much to unlock the ability to buy repair kits. So most people just get those and then stop there, from what I've been told. So, what we'll do is let's make our way back down to the city, and maybe we'll swing around the south side a couple times and see if there's any just fucked up cars that we can impound. Because that's actually kind of fun in a weird way. Like, I don't know why it's fun, but I kind of like driving around and, like, either yank in local cars that are, like, parked illegally or ones that are just, like, crashed out or whatever. Because it also, like... something that I think that, like, NoPixel really tried to do in early 4.0 that didn't really like pan out in the long term as well, but they tried to make, and maybe I think, you know, I'm hoping maybe that's something they're going to try to, like, as 5.0 is supposed to be like a it's supposed to be like getting back to like being like way more RP focused and less like mechanic and grindy focus, which like that kind of stuff's fun too, but we're gonna ignore that. So. Don't necessarily have a tire. Fuck Jesus. Yeah, so a lot of these types of jobs, like, sanitation's still kind of like this, but a lot more of these jobs, and like G6 were like supposed to like not only just like be a grind job that you do to make money, but we're also supposed to provide like a legitimate service to the server. And a lot of that stuff is kind of going away because when certain jobs were like tweaked or balanced to maybe not be as profitable or as efficient or whatever, because people always find ways to like alright, let's slap a repair kit on here and then maybe we do gotta see if we can get somebody to repair this shit. guess the smoke that comes out is always that thick. I don't know why. I looked, smoke looked like way, like, darker and thicker than usual, but I guess it's always like that. I just wasn't paying attention. But, I was worried that it was about to, fucking catch on fire. You know what, let's just unready, and then we'll ready again, what's going on there? Someone's G6 van got stolen or something. Oh no. Don't care. This is not the best way to go, but yeah, anyway, keep starting tangents and then, trailing off. It's probably going to be a continuing theme, but, yeah, so a lot of these jobs used to provide, like, a service, like sanitation, obviously, like cleaning up all the trash, that gets thrown around everywhere, G6 delivering money to the ATMs, but, yeah, like, so anyway, like, a lot of people would, like, abandon those jobs when it didn't fulfill their need to grind anymore, and then those things that were, like, needed wouldn't be happening anymore, and then the consequences would hit, which on one hand, like, you would like to, in theory, see, like, you know, and be like, well, I mean, which is kind of like a little bit of, like, what they did early 4.0 was, like, you know, yeah, there's trash everywhere, do sanitation and fix it, or, you know, there's no money in the ATMs, we'll go get, you know, stop robbing the G6 workers and let them do their job, or, you know, you're gonna make the city worse for you. But ultimately, people's just need to grind kind of won out. So a lot of that stuff ended up getting kind of rolled back. But I say all that to say that's kind of like being able to, like, go around and, like, pick up all of the, like, local cars that are, like, fucking up traffic and stuff. Feels like I'm, like, actually doing something that's worthwhile. Very much like in real life, it's illegal to park on any curbs that are red, and you will find local cars parked illegally sometimes. So next car parked on the sidewalk. See, now the problem with having to, like, is this somebody? I don't think you can have this building. It's also like, I've done it, but I try not to impound player vehicles, just because I don't want to get fucking shot, but, just make sure. Yeah, it's not a door you can open, okay. Alright, we got a picture with the license plate in there. now we play the game of which impound lot is this sending me to. Hopefully the one on the south side, and this is nice and easy. Nope, it's gonna send me up to fucking Polito. Fuck my life. Alright. Off we go. I was gonna swing by Mosley's and buy more tires, but it's all the way on the other side of the south side, and I don't feel like it, so fuck it. We'll just do this, and then this is honestly just like the way that I do tow sometimes. Just fuck the jobs that it gives me, and it's kind of more fun. Or obviously if we get a Mosley delivery, because those are good money, and also like you're delivering somebody's car, which is cool. Sometimes they're like at Mosley's waiting for you, like excited that you're bringing their car, so that's fun. Or if you get vehicle impound jobs, because then that's guaranteed to just be an impound. And sometimes that's a police impound, which is pretty fun too, because then you're going and impounding somebody's car that got snagged by the police. Although, like half the time, you go and get it, and or you go to get it at MRPD, and the gang's already there stealing it back, because cops just park them outside so people can come and just take them, which doesn't stop them from getting baffed, which usually they already are at that point, but it saves them from having to pay the impound fee, which is probably pretty much nothing to them with the amount of money that those gangs typically have, but it's more of the principle of the fact, which I'm fine with that. I think doing things based on principles valid in general, but even more valid in RP, because of course, like, nobody wants to have to go like get their car out of impound, even though it's actually a lot easier to do in game than it is in real life, but still, honestly, it's just good RP. Needing a 3 across, this tow truck's still holding up pretty good. If we can avoid getting it repaired today, because I'm really trying to not spend money right now, because Jake and I are trying to save money to go in on a property together as the start of our whatever it is that we're gonna do, which I forgot is another thing that I started talking about earlier, but then didn't finish. Basically, Jake told me yesterday that chances are he was probably gonna leave his gang today, and that he wanted to start his own. It sounded like maybe there was like one other guy that he might bring along, but he really pushed it as wanting it to be like me and him as like the leaders. And I appreciated, like I say, Marcus appreciated it, but I kind of appreciated the fact that he said, that he thought that I was good at talking and communicating with people and whatever, so, combine his ability to fucking grind nonstop, which would be huge for, getting us moving forward early on, because a lot of the stuff that we're going to need is going to cost a lot of money, not the least of which is a property. And the ones that we're looking at, I mean, legitimately like $1 million. So, chances are he's probably the one that's going to end up putting a lot of that upfront cost, and then probably we'll work something out. Either I pay him back, or he takes a higher percentage of money from jobs or whatever till he makes back his half or whatever. But I was pretty Marcus was pretty hesitant at the idea. Like, I mean, like, he likes the idea. I mean, like, as he's been kind of getting into crime more, he likes it. And he's got a lot of aspirations to be able to do a lot of, like, the big cool crime stuff. He's just not trying to, like, run into something that's, like, not gonna last or not be taken seriously, which is something that he's still not 100% sure that that Jake is the guy, but I said Jake said a lot of good things yesterday that kind of intrigued Marcus more. So he did tell him, not like he necessarily committed to anything 100%, because I mean, a lot of that stuff is still up in the air. But he did basically say, like, if Jake's willing to, like, make a run at it and take it seriously, and really try to build something, and if he's here for the long haul, do that, then Marcus is with him. And even if it falls apart, it's a good opportunity to try to get on the ground of something, try to build something, be a leader, be a founding member of a gang, to try to, and Marcus has been very good. He's been somebody who has taken a lot of people under his wing, not unlike the guy that called earlier, and not unlike Jake. It's definitely very possible that we could recruit hang-arounds and whatnot, and actually, like, build up a crew, and like, actually try to progress stuff, and from that, be able to achieve what personally I have, like, really wanted from doing this is, to actually, like, get, like, a lot of good, like, role play, like, actually, like, be able to build Marcus as a character, and try to make him less of a self-insert, because that's kind of a dirty concept when it comes to RP. Is people just playing self-insert characters, like the people that are like actually good at it, like the people that play on the whitelist server, like it's usually kind of frowned upon. But I didn't really know how to start off, like, so yeah, and there are things that, like, there are ways that Marcus handles things that are different than me, and I try to separate that out, and come the day that I've already got kind of the idea of what my cop character would be. So going from when I started with Marcus kind of having really no idea, like, what I was doing, and to, like, actually having an idea for a character that I think I could actually play like a character and have them be very different from me. I think it's a step in the right direction. But there's a lot going on with Marcus right now, and I'm trying to build Marcus up more. I also don't think either police department's hiring right now anyway. So, whatever. Fucking local. Fuck you, bitch. Um, so you know, we'll get there one day. But and it was another fun development today. I met a nice lady named T. Met while doing hunting. And ended up it was kind of funny. We while hunting, we both got sent to like the same spot for our deer. She ended up shooting my deer, so I went up to try to talk to her about it, and she couldn't hear me. She wasn't responding. So then I realized like, oh, she can't hear me, um, which was the first time I realized that my mic was fucking up. Um, and then the same thing ended up happening later, except obviously my mic was fixed, so we were actually able to talk a little bit. And then we kind of just got to talking at the hunting lodge, and then ended up like kind of just pulling over and talking for like 20 minutes. And she's been around. She's been around a couple months. Also said that she's a enjoys watching reality TV, which is the in-character way of saying that she watches Twitch streams of people who play on the whitelist. So I'm actually, if I talk to her more, I'm interested to try to find out who she watches. But and she also mentioned that she definitely has a goal one day to move to the whitelist city, aka get into the whitelist server, which is is definitely like a long-term dream of mine too. Like I would love it, but I don't think that I'm nearly good enough to be there. But I hope to get there at one point, maybe, and then especially with like no, I mean nobody really knows when 5.0 is coming, but like it would be pretty cool to get onto the whitelist server and be able to experience 5.0 that way. But we'll see. And we really have just absolutely no idea when 5.0 is coming. So. Bro, fuck off. My gas is glitched, because I thought I was running out of gas, but now all of a sudden I have like a full tank. I like just looked down and I saw it like jump up, so I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't know if it's a lie and I am still running out of gas, or if my gas glitched and randomly I got more. Not really sure. Oh my god, it's letting me go to the impound lot right here. That fucking rules. That car's legally parked. That car's legally parked. So we're gonna go grab one of those immediately after dropping this off. Ooh, violent felony. That was a cop though. Dope. We got like 800 bucks for that. That fucking rules. Towing is certainly not great money, but it's not no money.
Hey, man.
What's up, dude?
Sir.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Sir.
What's up?
I need help.
What do you need help with?
I'm about to pass out. I'm really hungry right now. Oh.
Oh shit, man. You should be able to stand up in a minute, and then I got some food for you.
Thank you.
I'll be honest, I thought you were about to rob me, dude.
No, I don't even have a gun. I'm innocent, you know. Yeah. I just give blowjobs for money. You know.
There's definitely better ways to earn money, my guy. Unless
I
that's,
know.
you know, unless
Yeah,
you
I
like
enjoy
that
it. I
shit.
enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
do
okay.
enjoy
I
it.
mean, hey, you know, I ain't gonna yuck nobody's yum, you know. I'm gonna tow this fucking local idiot's car parked legally.
So what you got for me? Burger,
I, I
hot
get,
dog.
I slipped it in your pocket.
Mmm. Fish and chips, mate.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah, how do
Fish
you
and
want me to
chips.
pay you? What would be the best way to pay you?
I mean, I would assume you are pretty new to the city, my guy.
I got money, but I can pay you a different way if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, really? Sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
They say I'm the best. I'm the best.
I mean, I'm gonna take your word for it, man. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Alright. Not even cash?
I mean, you want to slip me a couple of hundo, I ain't gonna say no, but
Alright, I got you, I got you. My hand is not working, hold on.
it's all good.
Whoa,
Oh,
sorry about that, sorry about that. Muscle spasm, you know how it be. I
apples.
dropped it down there.
That works.
Yep, yep, yep. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Stay safe, man. I thought 1,000% the way that guy came up, he was gonna rob me. Especially like being this close to the south side, somebody like whipping around on a bike is like almost always looking to like try to catch a fucking lick. I like wasn't 100% sure, so I was trying to like stay on the opposite side of the tow truck because I didn't want him to see I pulled my gun. I was like, especially like these fucking, typically like these idiots that roll around on their bikes just trying to like grab a quick lick, like usually like just try to like run up on you like with a wrench or whatever. And because of the NVL rules, if somebody you know, if they get the drop on you like that, you know, you can't fight it at that point. Like you just. Back to Toledo. That guy also had fucking terrible echo in his mic. I fucking hate people who play games online and don't wear headphones. Like, I hate people who do that shit normally, like, just in, like, regular multiplayer games. It's fucking annoying. But to, like, do it, like, on the RP server like this, when it's, like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, you just ignore it, but, like, some background noise is, like, whatever. Like, I know, like, people can, like, I know I'd actually love to hear, like, what my voice actually sounds like in-game, because I don't know. I'm sure that there's some, like, I always got a fan going and shit, so I'm sure that, like, my room's not soundproofed at all, so I'm sure it's, like, echoey and whatever. Like, I got my mic stand set up so, like, my mic's pretty close to my mouth now. So, like, it shouldn't be as, like, echoey and whatever. But, I've also got a old-ass, Yeti mic, which is, like, I mean, for what I paid for it, God, like, probably, like, 8 years ago, 8+ years ago at this point. I mean, it's, you know, I've certainly, gotten a lot of use out of it out of my multiple runs and streaming or YouTube or like whatever. Like, I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely one of the like better USB mics you can get. I mean, I was like one day I would love to have a mixer and a XLR mic, and the Yeti's also fucking giant and heavy, so like it's also, you're kind of like limited as to what you can do with the stand, because no matter how much like you tighten that shit up, it can somewhat get weighed down. But honestly, like the way I've got it now is like pretty good, and I can pretty easily just like push it up and out of the way, and when I'm not using it, and I can push it, or I can like move it side to side to either not block the screen in front of me or not block my work screens, because I've been on the server while working a lot recently, which I thought was, at first I thought was something that I would never do, because I was so fucking terrified of like making sure that I wasn't like being an asshole and like idling and stuff around. But I've actually, you know, I've played enough now, I feel pretty comfortable, and so especially this week I've been all around a lot. And honestly, like, the server's so nice during the day. You get a lot of oi bros and the EU people, and Like a lot of them are like the mechanics that I met, and like whatever. Like a lot of people I met during the day are like really cool. I mean, it's lower, it's much lower population too. Like it's usually like half the amount of people that are on right now. So you also just like not running into nearly as many like groups of people and whatever. But you know, it's been good for doing doing my moonshine. Hunting is pretty chill during the day. A lot less, and you know, not that you still got to keep your head on a swivel, but you know, it doesn't feel as likely that you're gonna get fucking robbed and whatever. And you get a lot. I find that you, like, a lot of the people playing during the day, like, just feel like they actually just kind of take it more seriously. One of my hands off the keyboard for a second to adjust my chair and almost killed myself, but we're all right. Yeah, it's just a lot more people that are just like way more into like having like good like just RP conversations with you and whatever. And you just you run into a lot less like new people and bozos, which like new people it is what it is, and like I'm like happy, like especially people that like want to learn and like want to learn the right stuff. Like I'm definitely like happy to like help out and try to do stuff with them. But you do run into the new people that are like immediately trying to play some like over the top like wacky annoying character, which is like, yeah, I mean whatever, but it's just like it just don't have it. It's just like people that literally come out of the apartment and they're asking you like, "Do you have a gun? Can you sell me a gun?" You just like, "Are you in a gang? Can I join your gang?" Like just like immediately want to just like skip all the RP of like being new and learning the city and just want to like just like jump to being like a fucking master criminal or whatever. And I ain't about that shit. It's fucking lame. There's a million other RP servers that and other modded servers that you can immediately get into shit and oh, Mark is starting to get hungry, and I just realized I left the rest of my food in the glove box of my gauntlet, so we gotta go back down to tow. Looks like getting my food back. That sounded like a real gun, not a hunting rifle. It came from the direction of the hunting lodge. There was only one shot, though, so maybe it was a hunting rifle. Even a shot right to the face is probably not going to down somebody, so pretty unlikely that you're ever going to hear one shot if something's going down, but that was going to be my next big purchase, was getting tires for the gauntlet. Looking for semi-slicks. Slicks are too expensive. The semi-slicks go for about 20k. It's going to be 80k to try to buy a set. Although it's pretty rare that people have a full set. Usually you gotta buy them here and there. Which I only know that semi-slicks go for 20k because I pulled one from a box and sold it the one day, which was dope. But we're gonna forgo that for now because we're trying to save money to go in on this property with Jake, which we don't have much right now. Yeah. Okay, we were down to like 50 something, so like we're making we made like 35k doing hunting earlier today, which was good. But I bought 10 lockpicks, which has been actually pretty awesome. That I've got a lockpick connect now with somebody who actually has a lockpick blueprint. So these lockpicks are fucking impossible to find right now. So that was their 4k a piece, so that was 40k for those 10 fucking lockpicks. But Jake is probably let Jake buy 6 or 7 of them off of us, so we'll recoup a lot of that money. Whenever Jake shows up to do boosting, we'll have the lockpicks, so that we don't have to drive around for 2 hours trying to get lockpicks before we can start boosting and actually get more boosting done. And Frankie Eastwood, that's one half of the married couple. Corey is the lady whose number that I have. Actually, let's see if, because I didn't get Frankie's number, because he wasn't in the lemon list before. There he is. Get that number too. Oops. Alright, so now we got his number too, so that's, I mean, it definitely seems that, they're always around together, so it probably doesn't matter, but, I mean, the fact that they, both have the same last name, I would assume that they're probably, either actually together in real life or they just play the characters that way. I don't know, but you can't like getting married is like just like a thing you RP. Like it's not like there's no like actual process for doing it in game. And changing your character's name is impossible. There's no, you can't do it. You can't even like have an admin do it or whatever. It's just you can't do it. So either they created a new character to have the same last name, or they have the same last name to begin with, which is the most likely scenario. Or, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go grab food from my gauntlet so I don't starve. We'll probably have to buy new food pretty soon. And let me ban that fucking bot that's advertising bullshit in my chat. Gotta be pretty careful when driving through the south side, because there's always fucking gangbangers fucking whipping around at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Not that there isn't people ripping around in other parts of the city, but the outside tends to be a little bit more populated. Just the grinder while we're here. Yeah, so I just painted the gauntlet yesterday. I like the blue of the I like the blue pearlescent of the vehicle. I don't like I don't love the blue on the wheels. It's like way more of a bright blue than I thought it was. Oh, what's up, guys? Didn't notice. Oh, my bad. Jimmy, I absolutely do owe you $30, and I would be totally fine with giving that back to you, as that obviously never came to fruition. And what's up, Necros? Yeah, this is modded a modded RP server. What was I doing? Why was I in here? I don't need this. I needed my mushy peas. Cool, that was like nothing. Sound quiet. Alright, hold on one sec. How's that now? Is it better now? Let me know. I can turn it up more if I need to. Much better? Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It was, see, like, even now, like, OBS is, like, trying to tell me I'm, like, nearly peaking, so I turned it down, but whatever. OBS just being a piece of shit program, as always. What were we doing? We got food. Okay, cool. We're not starving anymore. Do we want to go buy more tires? No. I think... Yeah, I think I probably turned it down way too much. I've kind of been uncharacteristically not giving or not paying that much attention to the quality of these streams, because I'm not really fuck it, I'll just go buy a couple. Oh, no, you know what, fuck it, I don't Twitch died as a platform? I don't think that's true at all. Why do you think that Twitch has died as a platform?
Oh my...
I almost hit that same car like 4 times. We're gonna go the opposite way of them so they don't get randomly pissed off. Quarterly revenue reports. I mean, I can't say to be any kind of expert in what kind of money Twitch is making. I mean, Twitch is always sort of operated at a loss because the bandwidth and everything that they've never made money on paper, but shit, we could tow that car, but I think that's probably somebody's car who's probably in the courts or in City Hall, so we'll ignore that so that we don't get shot. Try to look for local cars that are fucked up. Or cars that are legally parked in a place where I don't think that they're going to run out at any point and be like, fuck you, bro. Bang, bang, bang. Dead in the road. This car is illegally parked. Man, we'll take this abandoned one. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I watch Twitch all the time, so I enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, I'm keeping them alive for sure. The all the ad revenue that they're earning off of me for the bandwidth that I'm using. Get myself out of the shot here. Well, fuck Asmongold. Send his bitch ass to fucking kick with all the other douchebags. But fucking him and XQC and Aiden Ross all promote their bullshit and gamble on stream and whatever, which I don't even like have a huge problem necessarily with the gambling, but Hassan to a certain extent. I personally align with him more so politically, but I also am not saying that there isn't reasons to dislike him. And I don't typically watch him either, so it's not like I'm a fucking daily viewer or anything. Alright, where are we going with this one? Back up to, well, just to Harmony. Love the scrapyard when it got added. Is that on, is that for, GTA Online, you mean? Like the first party online? Yeah. Yeah, I played a lot of GTA Online, I played it on 360. I moved my character over to the Xbox One and played there, and then I moved my character over to PC and played there for a long time. I had a couple friends that we played together a lot, but you know, I mean, That was some of my earliest YouTube stuff was us doing stuff on GTA Online. Not even on the YouTube channel that's associated with my Twitch channel now. On an older YouTube channel that was me and my friends at the time. But you know, I mean, we moved on just as you do naturally. But also, I mean, GTA Online became a bit fucking ridiculous with everything being so like bent on trying to get you to buy those fucking shark cards. I mean, because like we played a lot. Like, I mean, like I had friends that had like shit tons of money, and when they started adding the planes that were like $15 million, and then like you do the math, and it was like that's like 400. That's the equivalent of like 400 real world dollars to buy a fucking plane in Grand Theft Auto. Go fuck yourself. Like, that was ridiculous, but, yeah, exactly. And they were constantly nerfing the best ways to, like, grind money, which, like, I get, like, going after exploits and stuff for, like, whatever. Like, some of that stuff was fine. Like, there was definitely some stuff that was, like, broken. Because, I mean, there was definitely missions that, like, we used to do just, like, back to back to, like, earn money. But, like, it went too far. Like, you started getting, like, no fucking money from, doing the, like, jobs that weren't, like, the full-on heists. And, yeah, it just, like, got ridiculous. But I haven't, like, put any, like, kind of significant time into GTA Online in years and years. I jumped on like one time a couple months ago. It was like the first time that I reinstalled Grand Theft Auto because I wanted to play this server, and I ended up not actually getting on the server for a while, because honestly I was like kind of being a little bit of a bitch. I was like scared to just like this server specifically, because it's supposed to be like pretty somewhat serious roleplay. Like, you are like really supposed to actually roleplay and not be cringe. Well, roleplay is cringe, but you know, not be cringe in GTA RP refers to like breaking character or not, you know, staying within the world. But well, yeah, I mean, I guess what you would describe as tame, but like, I don't know, like, I didn't really know, like, excuse me a second. So, the server that I'm on, I am excited for GTA 6. I'll wrap back to that, but so the server that I'm on, NoPixel, this is there's two public versions. The one, Mosley's delivery, fuck yeah. The one that I'm on, NoPixel Green, is by far the more populated one. The other public server is actually shutting down this summer because it has a very low population. But then above that, there is the allow list or the whitelist server. And that is a very, like, content-focused... I mean, it's whatever. Like, nobody's playing on it, so why would they keep it up? The blue server started later, so, like, the progression is not as far along for most people that were playing on there. Which is, like, kind of one of the downsides of the green server, is that a lot of, like, the gangs that are still active and stuff are, like, have kind of done everything, and they're not, like, that motivated. Like, they don't have progression really anymore. So that's kind of a downside in and of itself. But the population's good. I mean, there's 146 people on here right now. But yeah, the allow list server is like, you don't have to be a streamer or you don't have to stream to be on that server. But it's mostly like streamers and people who who have experience doing role play, either in Grand Theft Auto or a lot of people came from Arma. Arma 3 role play was like super big before GTA RP really took off. So I became a pretty big fan of like watching a lot of people who stream on the whitelist server. So I've kind of always wanted to like give it a shot and actually play it myself. But yeah, I was worried about like one, not like not something. It's not something that I've really ever done like in any kind of like serious or long-term capacity. So I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to like actually play a character and like actually have me like be taken seriously. I also like wasn't I kind of heard mixed things talking to different people about how serious people on the public server take things, because I also didn't want to join it and it just be like fucking GTA Online where everyone's just running around shooting each other and like nobody cares. But it's not that, which is cool. Like it's it's definitely you don't get near the consistent quality of roleplay that what's expected on the Allow List server. But I've met a lot of people, a lot of characters, built some relationships and whatever, and it's been it's been fun, and I've become attached to this character and playing him and progressing and getting into some trouble. I still have not been arrested yet. Arma Reforger. Yeah, I've heard some of the some of the people that I watch who are on the Allow server, the whitelist server, were saying a lot of good things about that. So I played a little bit of Arma back in the day. Mostly I played DayZ when that kind of popped off a million years ago. But I played some of like the default Arma. Like it's cool. Like I get it. Like I get the appeal. But I never got like super into it. But yeah, I've heard Reforger's really cool. I don't really know like that much about it, but it seems cool. Up here. The club, that's the little one. Somebody else is coming to pick up that car, probably. So these are cars, these Mosley delivery jobs. One, they pay pretty well. They pay better than like most of the other stuff. But these are actually cars that people bought. So somebody like recently bought this car at Mosley's, and they have to wait for a tow truck driver to come pick it up and deliver it. If nobody does it within 24 hours, 24 real hours, it'll just automatically happen. But it is it's pretty fun to be able to deliver somebody's car for them. A lot of times if they just bought it, they're usually just chilling at Mosley's waiting for you to do the delivery, so that's fun. And like I said, you get like a pretty good paycheck for doing it. Yeah, so I think I was kind of, when I was talking to myself earlier, I was kind of saying how like in the early version of 4.0 NoPixel, a lot of these jobs, a lot of the civilian jobs in the city, like the idea was for them to like really like contribute to the health of the city, and like be like necessary for like necessary jobs that people needed to do for the city to like, for like there to be like materials and different stuff like for people. Everything was like kind of connected, and like you needed people to do those jobs. But people, as is true of everything in the RP viewer world, a lot of people have a lot of opinions, especially on like Reddit and shit, about the ways that NoPixel has made decisions about the direction of the server and jobs and whatnot that have kind of seen a pretty drastic decline. This guy's calling me. What's up, dude?
Yo, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. What you up to?
I'm surprised I didn't see you. I saw a guy selling lockpicks at Legion, and there were like about like maybe 10 people there.
Yeah, because I got some earlier, so.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say I just got one lockpick as an investment. That's all I need for the boosting thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all you.
I might give it a shot. Just time. I'm about to fly out anyway, but I was thinking about it. Is there anything I need to know? Like, how do I start the thing out? Do I need my tablet?
Yeah, so for you to be able to actually start the job, you
Yeah.
have to have the underground chip.
Underground chip?
Yeah, that's what it's called. So,
Uh-huh.
so, okay, let me deliver this car real quick, and I'll give you a call right
Yeah.
back.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright. I just didn't want to, one, be like trying to do things while talking to this guy because, I have a tendency to just forget what I'm doing when I'm trying to like talk to people. And also there's like other people around, so I there we go. I don't want them listening to me explaining how to do stuff. So let's go park over here. And then we'll call this guy back. Oh, it's the other, mostly stuff delivery. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, yeah, sorry about that. I was delivering a
No, no,
car.
here.
I was delivering a car at Mosley's, and there was like other people around, so I can't like
Oh, good. Oh.
I can't talk to people when there's other people talking around me. My just short circuits my brain.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, so um, the underground chip is what gives you access to the underground app on your tablet.
Yeah.
And that's where you're able to actually buy your own boost contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to buy that from somebody who has access to those, which I think that they get them from doing Chop. I think if they get enough
So,
rep,
wait, I
but
have to buy the chip off of someone that has access then?
yeah. And if I
Mm.
remember from when I bought them, they're like 30K.
What? Serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like they don't go bad or anything. Like I mean, sometimes people steal them, but like
Yeah.
they might like take it out of your tablet if they rob you or something, but like they don't
Mm.
it's not like something you got to like re-up that often or anything. So, but it is obviously that opening investment. When I first started doing boosting and I was doing it with Jake, he already had one. So like he would just send me because like even though I couldn't be on the job, I would help him out with it, and he would just send me some of the bet. So that's usually the better way to like get started on it is like doing it with somebody that's already got the chip. You know,
Hmm.
get some bet from doing it, and then
But they don't get any extra for you being there, do they?
no, you don't get extra bet for having multiple people on the job now. But
Oh, okay.
it's not. It's really even like the C tier, like the lowest tier boosts. You really can't do.
Yeah,
You can't really do by yourself because even though like you could
yeah,
drive there and you could boost the car and you could take it to the drop off, but then you're just
yeah,
fucking stranded where you drop the car off.
yeah, yeah. Right,
Like, you need somebody to like follow you to like pick you up when you do the
right.
drop off. So, um,
Okay.
yeah.
Question: what about storage? As someone who still like has an apartment and all, like I bought this lockpick. I just want like as a just in case. I don't want to have. I don't want it to get robbed off of me because this is like my entire net worth right now. Oh, my entire net worth. So
Yeah.
yeah. Any is there somewhere like can I store it in my apartment? Is there furniture I can buy or something to store it or something?
Yeah, so furniture is usually stuff that you're gonna buy from somebody who makes furniture. You can't just buy storage. Um,
Huh.
yeah, they have to. That a lot of that stuff has to be crafted. There's some stuff that you can buy at the U-Tool, which
Yeah.
is up like the East Coast, like halfway between here and Polito.
Yeah.
But you can't buy. So the way that like design like the interior decorating works is like when you open up your
Yeah.
catalog, um
Yeah.
there's you can pick from the catalog the stuff that you want, but then they have
Yeah.
material requirements. um
Yeah.
so some of that is maybe just like lumber or whatever, like which you would have
Right.
to buy from somebody who does lumber, but other
Mm-hmm.
stuff has to be crafted. And so usually like you're looking for like somebody in the lemon list who's like advertising furniture, and you would just want to buy a storage crate.
Yeah.
There's there's small, medium, and large storage crates.
Do you know how much they run you?
I'm trying to remember because I have a medium storage crate. I think that was like 10 grand, 11 grand,
Oh, okay. So a
something
small
like
one should
that.
maybe be half.
You don't want to get a small one because the small one's only going to fit like one or two slots. It's not worth it.
Okay. Then gotta get a few group six runs going. Okay, wait. What if I were to, you know, temporarily store it in my group six truck? Would it poof next time I spawn my or
No,
have it out the garage?
no, it'll stay there.
It'll stay there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so
Then
what a lot of people do, myself included,
yeah.
is they use cars as storage as well.
Mm, mm, mm.
So like I have my gauntlet that I drive normally, but I have my ingot that I bought when I first moved into the city. I never drive the ingot because it's a piece of shit, but
Yeah.
I tend to use the trunk as like storage for stuff like that. So that's also like because obviously like
Yeah. Yeah.
you're gonna want to buy a car like sooner rather than later because like most of those cars that you get from like the rental spot, like the ingot and whatever,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're only like the prices fluctuate depending on when they buy them, but like
Yeah.
most of those cars are usually between like 6, 7, 8, maybe like at most like 15 grand. So if you're spending like
Mm,
$1,000 a day to rent a vehicle, it doesn't take that
yeah.
long before it's more financially viable just to buy one of them.
Yeah. Long term, it's better for sure.
Yeah, I think when I bought the ingot, it was like literally like 6 grand or whatever. And I mean, you're not gonna go
Yeah.
highway blasting in it or anything, but it gets you around.
Yeah. 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 For sure. For sure. Okay. I appreciate it. Yeah. No, car storage it is definitely for now.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's definitely the way to go.
Hey man, I appreciate you once again. Hopefully I'll catch up later, but right now I think I'm gonna have to sleep. So I'm gonna close my eyes for now. But yeah, I'll catch you next time I'm in, all right?
Yeah, sure, man. All right, have a good night.
Hey, you too. Have a good rest of the night.
Yep.
Rest of your night, and I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Peace out.
Peace.
Okay. So that's a guy that I met a couple of days ago who's He, from what he was like telling me, it sounds like he was he played on NoPixel previous or prior to 4.0, but has never played in 4.0. So he's like trying to like get an idea of what's of like how to do things, and that's been something that I try to help people with, because there was people that were nice to me my first couple of days of showing me how shit works. So, and if the current plans end up working out and I end up starting whatever kind of gang group or whatever it is with the other dude that I usually hang out with, then you know, meeting these new people and helping them out and whatever are going to be good for recruiting like hang-arounds and stuff to try to build up some numbers and get some other people paying into fucking, I always miss that fucking turn. Every time I forget. I should keep forgetting to check. Is fucker around yet? Nope. Swear to God, the one day that I was actually able to buy lockpicks, this motherfucker doesn't come around. But he's been around later recently, so. Oh, great. Hopefully we can fucking grab this truck. The fact that this car is still sitting here means that a tow truck driver took the job but still hasn't come and picked it up. Which is like some bullshit that like some guys do to make sure that they get the fucking money for doing the job even though they're not actively planning on going to get it, which is like a dick move on multiple levels, because not only does it keep other tow truck drivers who are actively doing tow from being able to take the job and do it, but it also leaves somebody who is waiting for their car to get delivered without their fucking car getting delivered. Unless they head popped or something, or lost power or internet or some shit and couldn't get back on. I don't know. And maybe it doesn't despawn it if the other person logs out either manually or accidentally. Why the fuck are these fences here? These fences are not supposed to be here. Confuse the fuck out of me. I've never seen fences spawn at the wrong place. That's weird. Good thing I got a turbo in this tow truck, or we definitely would have gotten T-boned by that guy. I wasn't even paying attention if the light was red or not, so not even sure if that was my fault. Not that most people ever stop at red lights. Fucking local, get off my dick. Guys getting arrested. Keep forgetting it's easier to come in the other way and loop around, but. Lock my trucks. There's people running around trying to get away from the cops. They don't just come and try to jump in my tow truck. Holy shit. Fucking suspension on this thing's crazy. Yeah, it was only $640. How do you get more money for these deliveries? I would love to just tow one of these cars that's parked on the sidewalk here, but once again, perfect way, easy way to get shot. And then have the cops come and pick me up and find the illegal gun on me, and then I get fucked just for getting shot. Vehicle impound? Sure. And it's pretty close. Trying to be careful because these cops are whipping around, and despite if you have a green light, if you fucking pull out into an intersection in front of them, they will get pissed at you and be like, I have my lights on, meaning that you should just magically know that I'm flying down the road at 180 miles an hour. Fuck, the winch got detached. Oh, there we go. Okay. Tow is fucking scuffy as shit. Like, nothing actually works the way like it's supposed to work. Like, it tells you to strap the vehicle down, but there we go. Great. And it's already telling me to go to the impound lot, so it thinks that the car is on my bed. Let's see if we're able to get it to actually stay on there. Like, I figured out some of the tricks to getting it to fucking work, but this thing is not attaching. Ugh. Push it. And it won't push. Usually you just gotta like detach it and like it'll usually like attach it and it doesn't work and then you detach it and like suddenly it's attached. But it ain't fucking working. can tell that's one of the guys that was running from the cops. That's like the third time he's run past me. I keep like wondering if he's sizing me up. Alright, let's try approaching it from the other side. Fucking locals are gonna get in my way. Make this fucking pain in the ass. It's annoying because this is probably a PD impound too, so like it would be good money to fucking impound this thing. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck just happened. I saw it like glitching out over here. Did it go over here? Or did it just... Nope. Alright, whatever. Fuck it. That's annoying. Hey, well, there's a car that's illegally parked. It's an actual impound job, which will be worth more money than towing this random ass local car anyway. And hopefully this one doesn't scuff the fuck out, and if it does, then it's me, and we'll be done with towing, because at that point I'd have to nap or relog and hope that it fixes the issue. But I found sometimes with tow, when whatever reason you get fucking scuffed, fucked up, it like sticks with you until storm or until server resets, so which is in an hour anyway. Oh god, where the fuck is this? Oh, I don't love this. This is gang territory. Actually in there. Fuck me. Alright, well. Give it a shot and hopefully nobody fucking comes at us. This thing's in a weird ass fucking spot. Even if I wasn't potentially scuffed, this one would be a real big question mark. It fucking kills me. Alright, we moving. Hey, and it actually attached. Somebody's shooting. Hey, alright, we got it. Let's get the fuck out of here before the Vagos fucking kill us. Doesn't look like any of them are around though. I saw Vagos tweeting earlier, but they might not be. Actually, I'm not even 100% that that's Vagos territory. It usually is from what I've seen on the allow list and whatever, but... Okay, I think those were the people that were shooting. Just gonna keep on keeping on. I thought it was maybe those people were running from the police shooting at the cops, but... There'd be a whole lot more sirens and a whole lot more gunfire. Hey, that car reappeared. That's somebody else's problem. Where's this us? Army again, okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Damn, I'm so fucking hungry. I should have eaten before. It was like as soon as I hit go live, I was like, man, I should have fucking eaten before, but server resets in an hour, so I'll eat then. I don't know if I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm probably definitely gonna keep playing on the server after reset. I don't know if I'll keep streaming because it's like I gotta wait like 15 minutes before I can join back. But maybe we will. Maybe I'll just throw up the be right back screen and eat at reset and then jump back on. I was hoping that Jake was going to show up at some point so we could do some boosting and talk more about what our plans are for whatever this fucking gang is that we're going to try to form. And I wanted to stream that because it's actually some fun RP, but guy hasn't called me, and he's not on the lemon list, so that doesn't mean he's not around. That motherfucker was supposed to call me yesterday, and then I ran into him randomly at Mosley's. So, maybe he's around, but I would expect by now to have heard from him, because he loves to get his 3 boosts in before Storm and after Storm, and he'd have to be getting on with those pre-storm boosts soon-ish. Still time, but... Yep. Cop tow, reckless invading. $500. And the last one I did was like 900 something. I don't understand how it decides. Second, I can look at something real quick. Yeah, okay. Something that I meant to check before I started the stream, because after I moved over my couple of VODs from the streams I did a couple weeks ago, I noticed that they rendered on YouTube at 720p, and I was like, that's weird. And now I realize it's because I'm streaming at 720p. I don't know why I'm not streaming 1080p. I thought that I had it set to do that. I definitely have the bandwidth and the ability to do that, so maybe boom. Maybe at the reset, maybe I will take the stream down and then bring it back up at 1080p when the server comes back up. I don't really care that much about splitting the VODs. I would prefer not to, but whatever. I guess if I do it fast enough, it might not split them. Sounded like that was coming from behind me, but that guy's doing a boost. C boost. Those fucking 4x4 vans. Pretty common C boost target. Always the fucking work vans and shit. Fucking manual transmission, pain in the fucking ass to drive. Jake always makes me drive because he doesn't know how to drive the manual. Which I don't know if that's an RP choice that his character doesn't know how to drive manual, or if he just hasn't set up the buttons and knows how to actually do it, because it's not fucking hard at all. there's no like stalling out or anything. It's literally just when can't go faster, gear up. When struggling with hill, gear down. Pretty fucking easy, but it is a fucking pain though, because I gotta take my right hand off my mouse and use that to shift while I'm steering, which means I can't use my mouse to look around, and also my push to talk button is on my mouse, so. Which I could certainly come up with a better control scheme that would allow me to do all those things at once, but, whatever. It works. Who the fuck bought a burrito? Don't even know what purpose you would buy this van for. I don't even think it has like huge trunk space. Most people will buy a Speedo, the like Sprinter van, if that's what you're looking for, because that's got like crazy trunk space. Detach the vehicle because for some reason it doesn't work unless you do that, even though it stays attached. Makes no fucking sense. But that's just how it be. So before, tow is incredibly scuffy, but I've figured out most of the tricks to make most jobs work. Aside from when the car goes fucking nuts and flies into space and disappears and then reappears. I've also had times where I've gotten like a vehicle impound, and because you can get the, not all the vehicle impound are specifically because cops have marked them. Sometimes you do get them where they're just local broken down cars that spawn just to give you a job to do. I've had ones that are like up on like a balcony that you can't even get up to, whatever, like weird shit. This time we're going to do this the right way. Turn here. Spin the block to come in over here. That pink car is still here. So tempted to tow it. So tempted.
Oh,
Nearly killed them.
Cool, bro. You almost fucking killed me. Oh, another Mosley's delivery. Getting these back to back is like best case scenario towing, because it's like not that far. It's like a straight shot down this road, down the ramp, pick up the car, come right back. You know, and you get pretty good. You know, you get close to $1,000, 800 something or whatever. So, if a bunch of people, either a bunch of people are buying cars, or there was one day that the PD bought a bunch of new cars. They bought a bunch of new Scouts, and I delivered like 6 of them in a row. That was fucking sweet. Not that I love helping the police out. Honestly, most of the cops are fucking dickheads. Which is fine. I don't mean to imply that they're dickheads in real life. They're probably perfectly fine people, but as cop characters, a lot of them play dickhead cops. Which works, because who doesn't like hating cops, huh? They make it pretty fucking easy. Dislike them. Another burrito? Who the fuck's buying a bunch of burritos? Starting a candy selling company? Hates water, hates cops too. Look at us screens. Close my eyes. I no longer dream. Make visions of those who die. Oh, I recently got the... I've known about it for a while and like wanted to check it out because I've heard nothing but good things, but I recently started listening to, watching a lot of the stuff for Epic the Musical, and that shit has been so stuck in my head. It's so good. So good. Just a couple songs that just keep playing through my head nonstop. Why would you let the Cyclops live when mercy? It's like one of my favorite songs, but now I can't remember the lyrics, so... I need to listen to it 100 more times. I like singing it. The song is so good. Motherfucker parking in the fucking delivery lane. Get another one. How many burritos are they buying? 700. $100. Did not immediately get another one, so... it looks like those people are looking at cars, so... Get another one in a minute, but... Definitely tow any of those cars, but... Like, pretty close to, like... Whatever's going on with those cops over there, which obviously that situation... Currently seems like it's contained, but... If they have any people arrested over there... Anytime could just pop off again, but... Alright, let's tow this one. Wonderful if it has us deliver this to the tow yard, but unlikely. Oh, where are we going? Harmony again. Alright. Once again, still better than Polito. Better than Grapeseed too, but considerably better than Polito. That block is gang territory, and they get super mad if you go too fast through there. I whipped my G6 van through there the one time, and they had some words with me. Honestly, I mean, they were chill about it. Like, they didn't, like, you know, they kind of fucked with me, which is fine. I don't mind being fucked with, and they didn't, you know, fucking rob me or beat the shit out of me or whatever, so that's a plus. And honestly, like, it's not even just like a, this is our turf, don't speed through here because fuck you. It's because they hang out outside a lot, and they hang out, like, on the street, and when people come, like, fucking whipping through there, you know, people get hit, so... If all they ask is if people are going to drive through their turf, that they don't fly through there at high speeds, that's, I think, a pretty, respectable, ask, so... I try to abide by that from now on. I'm not 100% sure which gang that is. I think it's GSF who wear the green flags. They're one of the few still pretty active gangs. You see them around a lot. They're usually pretty chill. I've never been robbed by somebody outwardly repping GSF. Been fucked with, but never, like... The one guy was following me around, fucking with me pretty hard. He was giving me shit about my driving, and then I stopped at a red light. He slammed into the back of me, and then was like trying to give me shit for brake checking him. And was like, bro, I stopped at the red light. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I get that like almost nobody does stop at red lights, and you don't have to stop and wait for a green. It's called stop and go. You're just supposed to treat red lights like a stop sign. And even like most of the time, if you kind of do a rolling stop, the cops usually they're fine with that. But like 99% of people just fly through them. And honestly, when I'm in my gauntlet, I tend to just fly through them too. But tow truck's a little different. Takes longer to get through the intersection. It's a huge target for people to like run into. So especially like in the populated areas where there tends to be like a lot of people driving around, I usually do try to at least pump the brakes and try to see. I mean, there's at some point, at some level, there's like people going so fast there's just like nothing you can do, and they'll slam into you and they'll fucking blame you, even though they were going 180 miles an hour through the middle of the city. But most of the time, you just have some words and then they fuck off. There's been a couple of people that have. There's one guy that fucking full just head on me. We both ejected from our cars going over the bridge into Cyprus, and he was on the wrong side of the road, coming down incoming lanes, and like tried to like give me shit. And I was like, "Fuck you, buddy," but he didn't really. He kind of just said his piece and then walked away. Didn't like try to start shit, and I didn't. I was not. I had not yet acquired the blicky, so. But. Then when we were doing a boost, yesterday or 2 days ago, somebody on Great Ocean Highway slammed into me and fucking ejected me from the boost car and fucked up the boost car, which means we lost money on the job, which is fucking frustrating. And they kind of just like, ha ha ha, she's such a bad driver, ha ha ha. Which was annoying, but had they tried to be bitches about it, I might have popped off. Because, Marcus is reasonable, but, like, he's not just, like, gonna take being shit on for no reason. Just because people think they can. And I'm not really that well known by that many people where if they are gang affiliated that they're gonna, like, come after me. Unless they manage to gun me down and run my pockets and see my ID and then they have my name and then maybe it's a problem, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And most of them have deagles and I got the shitty poo-poo pistols, so unlikely that I win that fight, but, you know, manage to get lucky and pull a few headshots, who knows. They're not entirely useless, but mostly I consider it defense for people with melee weapons. It's definitely a one-up on that. Especially if, because of the NVL rules, if I manage to pull my gun before they get up on me with the melee weapon, they can't just, like, come up and try to smack the shit out of me, because that would be not valuing their life, because it's not reasonable to rush somebody holding a gun to you with a fucking wrench. Not that I don't think that there are plenty of people who don't give that much of a shit and probably would do it, but I don't care, don't care. So we got about 30 minutes till reset. This van's parked illegally. Will probably be the last one we'll do, especially if it sends me up north. Oh, yeah. Fuck me. Alright, yeah, this is definitely the last one. Just drive up and back one more time. Oh, my truck shut off. And truck needs repairs, but I'm not worried about that tonight. Unlikely that I'm going to keep doing tow after storm. Check in on my moonshine, maybe do some more moonshine running unless Jake wakes up and wants to go boosting. Why is this good? Why did you let the Cyclops slip when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear are screams. I close my eyes, I no longer dream of those who die. I love that song. I need to actually learn the lyrics and the rest of it too. That and the Poseidon songs are so good. And the Zeus song. Whole musical's fucking awesome. If you either enjoy the story of Homer's Odyssey or musicals, or hopefully both, it is a must watch. Or must listen, because you can also just listen to the album. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. crazy that the drive up to Polito always feels just as long, whether I'm in tow truck or a G6 van or my Gauntlet that goes 100 miles an hour faster than this. Still just feels like it takes fucking forever. It's whatever, because the driving is fun, but especially my Gauntlet, it's way more fun to drive. And these fucking locals with their loud ass engines always. Sounds like another player's car coming up behind me. Ugh, which there are plenty of local cars that have those engines, but for some reason it just always sound like it's actually somebody's car. We'll go back down the other way. We'll go down Great Ocean Highway. On the same side of the island as Tow anyway, so it's probably faster. Going down the eastern side in my Gauntlet is always faster because it's not as curvy, so I can highway blast a lot more of it, but tow truck is just going to go as fast as it goes. Oh, man. Even more annoying, Jake not fucking waking up is he can't buy some of these goddamn lockpicks that I bought today off of me. Spent fucking 40 grand. Bitch is gonna pay me back at least 24, 30 of that. Does my bank account feel lower than it should be? Ugh. Even if we buy 6 of those lockpicks off me, it's still not gonna get me back over 100. Kind of thought for a second I might want to talk with that person doing G6, pretend that I was going to tow their van, but I didn't think about it till I was already driving away. Also, I said we were going to go down the other side, but now we're going down this side, so. Also, my gas is just not going down, right? It's definitely fucking bugged. I swear to God, if the next time I pull my tow truck out, if it's out of gas, I'm gonna be pissed. I used to have a couple of jerry cans with gas in the trunk when I was more specifically focused on doing civ jobs. I had a Lemon List advertisement out for fuel delivery if people run out of gas or whatever, but nobody ever took me up on it, and I didn't do tow for a while, so I guess they went bad and just crumbled. This is the glove box. No. I'll leave myself ready for jobs just in case a Mosley delivery or something comes up, but I think that we're probably done. I mean, it's 18 minutes till reset, so. I mean, if I snagged a car and even if it sent me to Polito, I could book it up there and definitely get one more done, but I'm chilling. I'll just go park up the tow truck and drive the gauntlet back over to the apartments and actually RP going to bed, which is completely unnecessary, but I like doing it. Yeah, it depends. If it's a pain in the ass to do it, like if I was down in the sewers and the reset was coming up, then I'm not gonna rush to drive home, but all your cars reset back to wherever the last place they were parked up. So my gauntlet would just go back to the apartment anyway, but one day I'll have more cars and I can park them in different places so that if I did get stranded or whatever, I have cars that I can pull out in a couple different places. And there's the rental spot up north that you can always grab a car if necessary, but it has been a minute since I've been kidnapped. And I just... I have a better head on my shoulders. Know how to avoid being an easy target. The first couple days I was playing, it was happening like multiple times a day. Oh man, I am yawning like crazy. I was up on the server pretty late last night, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna eat my sandwich at reset and actually... I just had the thought to pull my sandwich out of the fridge because it makes all the veggies super cold and I hate that. But also I'm not gonna leave a turkey sandwich sitting out all day, so I usually like to let it warm up a little bit, which is a weird thing to say, but accurate. I keep the fridge in my room set to not like, you know, freeze it, but kind of cold because I don't typically keep a lot of food in there. I usually, you know, maybe like a sandwich or something, but usually a lot of drinks that I keep in there, and I like that shit cold. It's refreshing. Thing in here, but I don't have time, sorry. Spot. The little parking thing comes up, which should tell you that you're parked in a spot that you should be able to park up your car. See, and it wasn't there, and I was able to park it up, so. I just twatted out that his restaurant's open and accepting Goober. Dude, server resets in 13 minutes. Who the fuck's gonna start doing Goober now? fucking banged up, probably from people pulling into the parking lot like assholes and just smashing all the cars. Repair it before we park it up. I've been pretty good today too. I've not had many, maybe like one like bad crash that disabled the car. Aside from that, I've actually been driving pretty good today. We're getting better day by day. Just like a soda. I don't know why before when I repaired my car, the trunk and the hood would pop. Now the hood doesn't. Never made sense that the trunk popped, but at least the hood would also pop. But now the hood hasn't been popping. And but the trunk still does. Very strange. I like the pearlescent blue on this so much. I gotta put a darker blue on these tires. It did not look this bright when I was like looking at it in the customization thingy. But there's also a chance that if we do end up starting whatever this gang is, we're gonna have gang colors, which Jake has apparently already decided are gonna be orange and white, which is whatever. Looks okay. It's my apartment.
Where are you?
Sure wish the elevator worked, but it's a fucking death trap. Sometimes it does work, but there's also, anytime you take the elevator, there's a chance that one, it's going to push you through a wall, and then you have to either go to sleep or get an admin to pull you out of the wall, or sometimes it kills you. So we run up all the stairs. Home sweet home. Got my bench and my washing machines for cleaning dirty money. Get it? Laundering money. It's funny. Which gives us washed cash, which we have to... There's a couple different ways that you can turn this into regular cash. The easiest way, especially since I'm not like making a shit ton of it, is to do Uber, which is, like fake DoorDash, where you like deliver food to locals, and you keep that wash cash in your pocket. And when you like mechanically, it's like you're giving change, they'll take that and they'll give you like regular cash back. Well, they'll pay you in regular cash for the order, and then it's like, the idea in the RP is that you're giving them the wash cash as a tip or as change, so you're able to get it into regular money. So, it's something I got to do at some point, but I just haven't done yet. And there's like, it doesn't go bad very fast, so there's no rush. But I'm starting to get up with it, and this is the rolls I mostly get from anything that you sell at the fence. So that's doing the roof running, stealing HVAC units. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I get rolled cash for. But you also get it if you're pushing weed or chopping, different things like your rolled cash that you got to clean this way. You can clean like large amounts of money by doing like money runs, but that's like 250 grand. Oh, hey, Paul Kelsey. All right, so we're going to get off the server because it's going to reset anyway. I'm going to stop the stream. And then, I mean, I was definitely planning on probably playing more, but I'm also really tired. So we're going to see how I feel after I eat. I might get back on the server and not stream or just go to bed. I don't know. So, but thanks for people who showed up. And catch you on the next one.